morning and welcome back again to the Dulles Expo Center here in Chantilly, Virginia. We're at Spirit Fest USA, broadcasting live. Sorry to interrupt the programming, but we think that you're going to really enjoy this that we're bringing to you today. We are sitting with none other than Jimi Merck, and he is an internationally known, he's a celebrity psychic healer, and he is an international
jewelry designer.
Yes, internationally renowned jewelry designer. And today he's here to talk to us about what he's doing here at Spirit Fest. So, Jim, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I figured I haven't done any shows in DC, around DC in a long time, so I wanted to check it out. I've been supporting Mary and Spirit Fest for about 3 years now.
Nice.
And she does a good job of marketing her events. That's why I'm here.
Awesome.
Well, you have multi-tiered abilities and things that you do, but I have to say, I'm walking through and I was like a little crow and the sparkles got my attention. So let's talk about that first.
Okay. Yeah, sparkles.
You have some beautiful jewelry out there. And I know you told us you have Native American heritage. Do you see that reflected? Do we see that reflected in the jewelry you create?
I would say yes. It's been a few generations since anyone in my family has made jewelry, but I started having visions of sacred symbology when I was 16 years old. I'm the visionary, the seer of my generation, if you will. And so I've always been heavily guided, a lifetime psychic healer. But yeah, when I was 16, I started having visions of sacred symbology. My guides were telling me it was a language of creation. And eventually through those visions, they said that if I made them three-dimensional in this dimension, that it would help us remember what we are. And so I woke up from a dream I was having, grabbed a pocket knife and some candles and started carving them. Wow. And so they're all carved in Fibonacci and gold mean ratio. I was also guided not just to make pieces that would help us remember what we are, but to make really thorough and functional healing tools. And so I cast them in the finest sterling 57 with palladium to help remove toxins from the body. Carving them in Fibonacci and gold mean ratio to help the balance equilibrium of our energy fields, just as our ancestors have done all over the world. And so a lot of the symbols that you see over at my booth do help heal, but also are symbols that have been used in every culture of the world, which I didn't know until I started doing more research after the visions.
Wow.
And so, yeah, at this point, it's been 25 years I've been making that jewelry. I use the finest stones you can get for healing purposes, universal healing stones from around the world. Just premium quality jewelry that lasts forever. I'm the only jeweler I know that guarantees their work permanently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've had 7 returns after selling over 110,000 units.
Wow.
110,000.
That's amazing.
Oh,
that's amazing. It's so interesting. If you've never been to a Spirit Fest or something like this before, there are different jewelry vendors. And the coolest thing is that it's not just pretty stuff, and it's all gorgeous. But these pieces of art that you can wear actually help heal you, or they're infused with energy or Reiki or something. So it's so much more than that. So you definitely need to come out here today. We're here until about 5 o'clock.
Till about, this is open until about 5, but we'll be here.
And check out all of this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah. So, Jimi, is that when you bill yourself as a celebrity healer, is that you heal through your jewelry, or are there other ways that you heal as well?
Well, the jewelry is really just an extension of my prayer. It's one way I heal, by carving jewelry and exposing the world to sacred symbology. But first and foremost, I'm a psychic healer, hypnotist, coach, development teacher. And so a lot of what I do, and what kind of my tag phrase is, I heal and train light warriors. And so a lot of people come to me when they've tried this, they've tried that, they're still kind of not clear on their direction, not satisfied in themselves. And I do, I do everything I can to help people not only clear the traumas of their lineage, but to see very clearly what they're up against from what they've inherited through their families, but also how to embrace the strengths that they've been given. And most of us will live our entire lives without being able to embrace our strengths because we don't really see our full potential. Because of my sensitivities as a psychic, medical intuitive, clairvoyant, and a medium, I can see people's guides, spiritual lineage. I can see all the memories of their ancestry. I can see everything they've inherited for strengths, traumas, and also just based on the choices they've been making, why they're in the position they are, and what options they have moving forward, what they could be doing in a very sustainable way to embrace themselves more, love themselves more, and create the potential and manifestation that's going to lead to a life of true happiness.
That must be exhausting.
That's a lot.
It
That's
is
a lot.
exhausting. I have to sleep a lot.
Yeah. Maybe that's my problem
Maybe
too.
that's
We can all use that one.
Yeah.
So when someone comes to you, how do you even know where to start? Are you looking at their ancestors' memories, or
All of it. I've been doing readings since I was 7 years old. People for strangers. People started coming to me when I was 7 years old. I've been doing healing work unintentionally since I was about 12. When I had to redevelop my cognitive abilities, I had a pretty sincere incident and brain trauma that left me paralyzed and dead. I was resuscitated twice, came back, came out of a coma, and proceeded to have to learn how to talk again, how
good
to
Lord.
engage with
gosh.
people again. Yeah, it was tough. It was pretty
Holy
traumatizing.
cow.
But I did it, and I did it by listening to my guides. And I had been listening to my guides up to that point in my life, but I didn't really recognize as a child that's what was happening.
Right.
And so when I had no way of communicating, I had to.
Mhm.
And so that that helped me progress and grow in ways so that, kind of a forced agenda by the universe, you could say, to be able to get to the target of any root issue in someone's life, including my own.
Wow.
And so I had to heal through the things that I was going through. And by the time I was 18, 19 years old, I was culminating and building my availability to see the depth of people's traumas, how to engage with those traumas, how to help people choose different paths, and studying ancient practices. Studied in over 30 healing modalities, 12 world shamanic practices. I'm also 3 tribes Native American. I'm also British Druid, Irish Celt. And so,
is there anything you're not?
well, we're everything.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
we've been
Holy.
everything. So, but yeah, to answer your question, it's just a matter of letting go of conflict and being the vessel that we're designed to be, and allowing myself to see the root of people's issues. And so I dive right in. Usually within one, what is a standard healing session for me these days is a 2-hour remote session. I do everything remotely. A month before COVID, I closed all my offices and storefronts and went fully remote.
Yeah.
I could see what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
you
pretty.
could.
Yeah. And so, the job continues. Most people that come to me within one session have been able to change their lives. Not only being able to grab a hold of the traumas and the things that they felt less control over, not empowered by, I'm able to, in one healing session, generally heal the traumas that stand in people's way and educate them enough to get them on the path of complete residual rehabilitation, if you will. And so I've worked with all kinds of people to date, over 12,000 people. I've taught over 1 million people, and everyone from orphans and the elderly to professional athletes, celebrities, politicians. I have all grades of people that come to me. And I believe that all of us have a light warrior inside, part of us that can really kick some ass, and help the world, help ourselves.
Some of us are more buried in more things than others, but yeah.
Well, I can hypnotize you
Oh,
if
hey.
you want to unbury.
Wow.
Yeah, I do use hypnosis a lot with healing. I started doing that early on and didn't realize it through guided meditations, and then went to the school in San Diego for hypnosis when I was about 26. So it's been almost 20 years I've been doing professional hypnosis. But I do culminate, between all the different healing modalities, hypnosis, and my sensitivities to see, the direction for people's spiritual lineage, what they're guiding, because it's our spiritual lineage that brought us here. And they're the ones that really care about our soul evolving the way I see it. And if we don't listen to them, they make our lives very difficult. They don't care how much pain we're in.
Yeah.
They don't care how much we suffer. Our soul is here to evolve, and they're kind of militant.
So if you would have one message that everyone needs to hear, that they're telling you, get this message out, what would that be?
Love yourself completely. Don't let anything stand in your way. We've been given an opportunity to exist, and maybe we didn't even deserve that. But while you're here, try to love yourself. Let go of the things, the garbage, the obstacles, embrace yourself first so that you can give that love to everything else in your existence. A lot of people don't recognize that it's the most selfless thing we can do is give to ourselves first in order to be available and conscious enough and loving enough to support us all. We really have to start home. We have to start here first, you know.
Well, very well said. I know you got to get back to your booth, so we really appreciate you spending your time with us today. And if someone wanted to reach out to you to do a healing or work with you in some way, what's the best way for someone to do that?
You can go to my website, shineyourlightwellness.com. You can also reach out and contact me through Instagram at Jimi Merck, JIMIMERK. I'm also on Facebook. Those are the major outlets.
Okay.
You could always email me and text me and things like that. But if you go to my website, shineyourlightwellness.com, you can see my contact information there.
All right. Well, we're going to add direct links in our show notes there so you can access those easily. So if you didn't have a pen at that moment, just go to skepticmetaphysician.com. You can find the links directly laid in there. So,
or if you're in the area and you've got some free time, come on out here.
That's where I was headed to. Yeah. So we're here till about 3:00 today, but the show goes on till about 5. So we urge you to come out here. If you're anywhere in the DC area, they're at Dulles Expo Center on the North Hall. Easy to find, and promise you'll have a great time. So thanks so much for tuning in. And thank you for being on the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
This has been great.
And DC, Dulles, come out. Come see me. I'm doing 10-minute readings for $50 today, and you get 60% off my fine healing jewelry.
Awesome.
Ooh, I'll be there.
If you didn't have a reason to come before, you do now. So
yeah, come on out.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We are the Skeptic Metaphysicians, and you're watching this on NewRealityTV.com.
we now return you to regularly scheduled program already in progress.